This should be a real concern for any country that's trying to promote localized manufacturing. We've seen Amazon be very aggressive about going direct to manufacturers. We've talked about Wish, where 97% of all the sellers on Wish are just Chinese manufacturers. And that's actually more and more what's happening with Amazon, which is not good news for Wish, by the way. 75% of the new sellers on Amazon are from China. It's the natural life cycle of particularly product marketplaces, where product marketplaces, they get scale by getting fragmented third-party supply from smaller sellers, usually like distributors, the middlemen in the industry. As the marketplace commands more demand and more demand, then it starts to want to cut out the distributors as a middleman and go straight to the manufacturer. We've seen Amazon be very aggressive about going direct to manufacturers in the United States. And we've covered this a myriad of times on the show about pre-COVID, 49% of the top 10,000 sellers on Amazon were Chinese manufacturers. Percent of new Amazon sellers based in China. Look at this. In Germany, it's 80%. In Europe, these numbers are even higher. They're actually averaging it out. The US is actually lower, maybe 60, 65% here. You can see these numbers growing aggressively. The other overlay on top of this story is that a lot of the Chinese sellers dropped off of the platform throughout 2020 because of COVID, customs, shipping issues, fulfillment issues, just a bunch of stuff going on in the supply chain. So it does make sense to me a little bit that you see a bounce back here. There's drop off all over the spectrum with Amazon sellers having issues on Amazon because of supply chain and COVID. But relatively, a lot of the Chinese sellers experience some more hardship given the fact that they're in China. So it makes sense that you see a bounce back, but this is a pretty aggressive bounce back, right? If you consider you at 49% as kind of the average of 10,000 sellers pre-COVID, bam, now you're jumping up to 80% in Germany. Over 60% isn't too much of a bounce back. That actually seems a little bit more normalized here than what you're seeing in Europe and Japan. But this should be a real concern for any country that's trying to promote localized manufacturing, which I think should be a pretty, bipartisan just a logical conclusion that you want to bring manufacturing back and try and localize it. This does not bode well for that. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.